Hello, little explorers. Welcome aboard. Our mission today is to explore the biggest, deepest, darkest part of our planet, the ocean depths. There are no lights down there. Even the brightest flashlight would be useless. And no, this isn't another alien planet. This is Earth. The sun's rays only penetrate the first 660 feet of water, meaning the rest of the ocean is cloaked in perpetual darkness. Despite this, over 80% of the ocean is salty, just like the Dead Sea. As a result, the ocean depths are a desert, yet there are plenty of bizarre creatures living there. In fact, thousands of animals, including those we will talk about today, have been found at a depth of over 20,000 feet. How does that happen? Well, life always finds a way. First, let's look at the terrifying anglerfish. Most of the footage of these creatures was captured by deep-sea fishermen. You might think that after evolving from ancestors who lived in well-lit areas, the anglerfish would struggle to survive in the darkness. However, these fish have learned to use their environment to their advantage. Their mouths are equipped with special baits attached to luminous bones that lure prey out of the darkness. And when an unsuspecting victim approaches, it's too late to escape. The anglerfish is waiting patiently. You could say that these animals are masters of disguise. Thanks to their ability to change color, they can blend in perfectly with the surroundings. However, this skill may also serve them as protection against potential predators. Perhaps the anglerfish's most striking feature is the bioluminescent lure hanging from its head. Using it, the fish attracts prey and also communicates with potential mates. Moreover, the anglerfish's teeth are surprisingly similar to human teeth. They're made up of dentin and covered with shiny enamel. Now let's dive deeper and meet the bioluminescent lanternfish. This creature is barely a centimeter long, but it creates the illusion of being several times larger. Why? Because its body contains a large amount of photophores, sacs filled with a glowing liquid. At a depth of several hundred meters, this light show becomes even more mesmerizing. There are so many fish that they cover the surface of the water like a shining carpet. Have you ever seen anything like that? What about the strange oarfish? Also known as the king of herrings, it can reach a length of 11 meters, although specimens over 5 meters are considered giants. Its habitat is the open ocean where it feeds mainly on crustaceans and plankton. Scientists believe that oarfish prefer cold waters, and that's probably why they live at great depths. Until recently, oarfish were considered harmless and not very appetizing prey. However, everything changed when a massive oarfish was found off the coast of Catalina Island. It weighed almost a ton. Previously, scientists believed that such large specimens didn't exist in nature. Are you ready to meet a resident of the Mariana Trench? This is the gulper eel, a true master of disguise. At a depth of several thousand feet, it's incredibly difficult to stand out. But this eel seems to have no problem with that. Its huge mouth makes this animal look like a monster. In fact, it's quite harmless. Instead of teeth, it has sticky ribbons that help capture prey. Moreover, gulper eels have special elastic sacs connected to their stomachs. They expand to allow the eel to swallow prey that's larger than its head. I mean, have you seen its mouth? Of course, it can catch really large prey. Speaking of size, gulper eels aren't particularly large themselves. They're usually around half a meter long. And here's a viperfish that prefers the open ocean. Its length can reach 200 feet, but the most remarkable thing about it is its teeth. They're incredibly long, reaching 2 inches each. Viperfish are active hunters and they spend most of their time searching for food. What do they eat? Mostly deep-sea fish. Sometimes they also attack larger animals like sharks. The viperfish grabs its prey and doesn't let go until it's too late, and it can only take a few seconds. The viperfish is one of the fastest hunters in the deep sea, but of course, it wouldn't be able to catch its prey if its teeth weren't equipped with sensitive receptors that detect the slightest movement. And now let's take a closer look at the unusual dragonfish. Its name comes from the Latin word draco, which means dragon. These fish live at depths of 600 to 3,500 feet. They feed on plankton and small fish. Their teeth are sharp, which helps them grab slippery prey. But that's not their most remarkable feature. The dragonfish has a photophore on top of its head that glows with a red light. It's thought that this glow attracts small fish, which become an easy meal for the dragonfish. Moreover, this red light confuses the prey, making it easier for the hunter to get close enough to strike. The dragonfish usually swims with its mouth open and it can suddenly close it in less than a tenth of a second. It's hard to believe, but this fish is one of the slowest swimmers in the deep sea. It moves at a speed of only 3 meters per minute. To put it simply, the dragonfish is lazy. Next is the bizarre fangtooth. Despite its creepy appearance, this fish is only as big as your hand. It has unusually large teeth, but despite its size, the fangtooth has plenty of enemies. That is why it spends most of its time hiding in crevices between rocks or buried in the sand. This fish is a carnivore, preying mainly on plankton and small crustaceans. Did you know that fangtooth has a special organ near its eyes? It's called the lateral line system. It detects vibrations and pressure changes in the water, helping the fish navigate in the darkness. But the most amazing thing about fangtooth is its ability to change color. It can turn from pale pink to bright red in just a few minutes. It's unknown why it needs this ability, but scientists believe it may be related to mating rituals. Now let's take a look at the hatchetfish. Its name comes from the shape of its body, which resembles a hatchet. And yes, it's not the only species with this common name. In total, there are about 250 species of hatchetfish. They inhabit different parts of the world's oceans at a depth of 600 to 3,500 feet. What's interesting is that most of these fish are born males, but they can change sex during their lives. Hatchetfish typically feed on plankton and small fish. However, some species prefer crustaceans and worms. But what's the most remarkable about the hatchetfish? Its scales contain guanine, a substance that reflects light. The guanine crystals are located in special cells called iridophores. Together, they form a mirror that hides a fish's outline, making it almost invisible to predators. And finally, we present to you the scariest denizen of the ocean depths, the giant squid. For a long time, this creature was considered a myth and a part of sailors' legends. After all, it was thought to be a mythical sea monster. However, in 2004, a photo of the giant squid was taken for the first time, confirming its existence. It can weigh up to 600 pounds and reach a length of 30 meters. That's like two adults lying down side by side. The giant squid's eyes are the largest in the animal kingdom, with a diameter of up to 25 centimeters. It helps it see in the dark depths. Its tentacles have powerful suckers with sharp hooks, allowing the squid to hold onto its prey. Scientists believe that the giant squid hunts other fish and even whales. However, despite its size, it has practically no natural enemies. It used to be thought that sperm whales are the main predators of the giant squid, but this theory has not been confirmed. We still don't know much about this creature, which makes it even more fascinating. So what do you think? Which of these creatures surprised you the most? And don't forget to subscribe for more exciting discoveries. Bye-bye!